Not 100% sure how to find this bus.
What company here? Metro.
That could not have worked out better. Well, it looks like we do need a card. The bus just left.
This is a very, very nice bus. And we now know that our train is over a half hour late.
I think we have some help. I hope he's not a taxi driver.
We've talked to 2 different people and they continue to send us somewhere else. This is what travel's like. You just talk to people and they're like, no, we can't help you. Go this way. Okay, and then eventually you just get to where you need to be.
Eventually you make it.
There are 3 airports in Dusseldorf. You think we've been sitting at the right one? No. Alrighty. Goodbye, mysterious cave suites. It's been real. We've really enjoyed our time in Gurami, honestly. We're now making our way to the city that's like an hour east of here, Kayseri, because that's where we're gonna fly out of.
We're gonna be there for 2 nights, and then we have a day in Dusseldorf, Germany. And our final destination is gonna be Cagliari, Italy, which is on the island of Sardinia. It's gonna be a long travel day. Not 100% sure how to find this bus to Kayseri, but our host told us that there is a bus from the center of town every hour, and it shouldn't be too expensive. No buses here are.
So we're literally just gonna walk to the center of town, probably ask around, and hopefully we'll get there eventually. That's usually how this works.
Kayseri?
Kayseri diyor ya Kayseri. Kayseri.
Kayseri.
Yok. No. Airport. Shuttle airport.
No, just the city.
What company here? Metro.
No bus?
Next door.
Oh, behind. Okay, thank you.
We've talked to 2 different people and they continue to send us somewhere else. So let's see where we go next.
Kayseri
or
airport.
Just the city.
The bus station?
Waiting is bus in front of. There's only one bus. They go to Kayseri.
Okay.
Is it already there? All the responses seem to be a little vague, but there may already be a bus out front. Oh, look at that. It was 110 lira for us both to get on this bus, and I think it's the only option we have minus a taxi. So Nathan was like, oh, sounds expensive. It's not that bad.
It always sounds expensive.
Yeah. This is a very, very nice bus. Flat screens in front of every seat. Wow.
I don't know how to work this, but it's all in Turkish.
We have no idea when this is going to leave, how long it's been sitting here. I think the ride is about an hour long. Seems the bus leaves a few minutes after 11.
I'm happily surprised at any of the buses here. Normally they're like, you might have to take a bus, and it's like, kind of cringy, but these have been the best buses ever.
There's nothing to hate about taking a bus anymore.
It's affordable, it's comfortable, you get to see everything. It's a little less than a train.
Yeah.
Still not huge on flights.
No. Well, this was a nice 1-hour ride. Actually, it's like 50 minutes. Kayseri Otogar is a very nice bus station.
And bathrooms are still 3 lira.
We're just gonna talk to someone and try to figure out how we can get to our Airbnb from here. Hopefully public transportation and not a taxi. So, the hotel, Tower 32.
Power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have some help. I hope he's not a taxi driver.
Tower 352. Or we buy on bus.
Bingo. Okay. We weren't sure if we had to buy tickets before we got on to get a Kayseri card for the public transportation in this city, but it looks like we can pay in cash on the bus and they're ready to go. So we're moving.
Yeah?
Have you got any card?
We don't have card here.
2 cards.
Where do we buy
If
card?
you use this bus on the stop line.
Well, it looks like we do need a card. The bus just left. This is what it's like traveling to a new place.
Miscommunication. We did try to get the bus card from this man originally, but he just kept saying, go, go, go, you know, the bus is leaving. Well, yeah, the bus left, but we got our card. It was 16 lira, and I think now we just wait for the next one. No idea when that will be.
That could not have worked out better. The only thing that slightly went wrong today is that we missed that first bus because we didn't have a ticket. This bus just dropped us off in front of our Airbnb. We don't really have to walk at all.
Airbnb reservation.
Okay. Passport?
Passport? Yes.
So far, so good. We've run into a little bit of issue finding a place to wash our clothes. We've been staying in hotels and they don't necessarily have washer and dryer here for us. But we're gonna bite the bullet here and pay 150 lira to do one load of laundry. It's less than $10, and then we'll have clean clothes.
We are desperate.
We are desperate.
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
Wow, got a little kitchenette. Basically a studio. Smells like the dirty clothes that we have in our backpacks.
I will take it. So speaking of dirty clothes, let's compile them. By the way, I am not giving them my dirty underwear. I will wash those myself. I don't know how I feel about sending those away with someone.
They are getting all my dirty underwear and socks because that's honestly like the only thing that I care about being washed right now. So, yep. Whenever we watched other vloggers on YouTube before we started traveling, this was one of the questions we always had. How do they wash their clothes? Most of the time we have Airbnbs where you have a washer and dryer, and that's part of the reason why we get that particular one is because they have a washer. This is the first time that we are taking it someplace to get it washed, but they are around.
There you go.
So wherever you are, if you need to wash your clothes and you don't know how, just ask. Ask your host, ask the front desk. You're not the only person who's asked that question. We are in Kayseri, that's how we learn how to pronounce it. We're in Kayseri for the next 2 nights, and then we fly to Dusseldorf. So we will see you the morning we fly to Dusseldorf. Good morning for the last time from Turkey. Amber and I just did the math, and we've been here 86 days. Our visa is 90 days, and we actually almost overstayed it. I'm not very good at math, so I'm glad we're leaving today. It's a bittersweet ending. We're excited to move on, but we love this country, and last night was one of the best travel experiences that we've had since we started traveling.
2 days have passed since you last saw us. We had issues with our laundry. That came back just fine, by the way. But more importantly, we finally got to meet Ezra, the girl who helped me go to the hospital. She was amazing. We met her entire family and had the best dinner, the perfect send-off to our final night here in Turkey.
A Kayseri dinner. It was food that we had never seen before, and they said that it was a local dish. I'm sorry, they're gonna laugh because we don't remember what it's called, but it looked like lasagna, and you rolled it up and then you dipped it in this yogurt sauce. It was so good.
Not surprisingly, they even had dessert for us, but they didn't know what we liked. They surprised us with cold baklava. By now, you should know that is mine and Nathan's favorite. That was perfect. And then to end the night, they actually drove us around the city to like one of the tallest points, and we got to see the whole city lit up at night. Ezra and your whole family, I hope you see this message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will be back. We will see you guys again. As your uncle so kindly said, we are family, and we feel that. So we'll see you again someday.
We definitely will. Today we fly from here to Dusseldorf, Germany, and we are there for 1 day.
So we'll see you at the airport, unless we see Ezra and her family one more time in between then.
If you fly into Kayseri to go to Cappadocia, stay here for a day or two. It's a nice city and there's a lot to see here, and it's huge. You get a much more authentic feel in a city like this than you do in Cappadocia. This city is worth exploring. I feel very fortunate. We are gonna go and meet up with Esra one more time, and she's gonna give us a ride to the airport. We don't have to worry about a bus or a taxi or anything like that.
Very good.
Very good.
İyiyiz. İyiyiz means I'm good.
Ease.
Türkçe öğretiyorum. Yeah, she's teaching Turkish. Like in the last minute, you know.
We told Esra about the tahini dessert that we had when we were in Selçuk, and she said that we had to try some more before we left. So we stopped at this bakery and we're buying some, and this will be our last little treat before we leave Turkey.
I honestly thought we were just getting a ride to the airport, but instead we stopped and picked up a dessert, and now we're going to a park to enjoy it. So this day just keeps getting better.
This building was built in 1204, and it is Anatolia's first mental asylum. Wild. Those people are way too real looking. It scared all of us. So I know like a psych or an insane asylum in the United States has kind of a negative connotation, but here in the 1200s, they would use music and water and the baths, the hammam. Sounds like a nice soothing way to be healed. And if it didn't work, at least you were comfortable. We definitely have to make it to the airport now. Our time here is sadly coming to an end. Okay.
It was very
Thank
nice
you
to
so
meet
much.
you.
It's very nice meeting you too.
Take care.
We'll see you again,
Yes.
hopefully soon.
Yes.
It's alright, we're rolling.
I'm in the
rolling.
center. I hate it.
No, you're okay.
Just gotta smile and look pretty.
Yeah, it's
Thank
good.
you again for just everything.
It was my pleasure. I was so happy.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be a packed flight, so I don't think we're going to be able to give any information or talk to you guys until we land at Dusseldorf. So it's been a little bit crazy. This is a very small but very wild airport in Kayseri.
Have a nice day. Just a second though. You're welcome.
This is it.
Any final words?
I miss you and we'll be back and we actually mean it this time.
Yeah. We're really looking forward to Germany. Just for that one night, we're heading to a hostel, and it may be raining when we land.
Now, fasten your seatbelt. Make sure your seat is in an upright position.
Nathan almost left his battery on the plane. Nathan and I are back to traveling old school. We no longer have cell phone service because we were using a Turkish SIM card. So we need to connect to some Wi-Fi to figure out how we can get to our hostel. It's kind of fun. We don't have the answers at the tip of our fingers right now.
No. Swapping out currencies. I have a lot of lira left.
Ooh. Now it's time to find our train, bus. Really not sure yet.
So Germany has this thing where for €9 you can have unlimited rides on any like local trains, not the big high-speed ones that go from city to city, but anywhere in the cities. An individual ticket to the airport from the airport is €3 each, so we're already going to spend 6. So we only have to do one more ride. So if you have to take a ride tomorrow, let's do it.
The last few weeks in Turkey, it's been over 100 degrees every single day, and it's only 68 right now in Dusseldorf. I am really cold. We've heard this intercom go off several different times, but we've never understood what it's saying, obviously. Somebody just translated, thankfully, and we now know that our train is over a half hour late, so we're gonna try to find a bus to take, because we do not want to wait.
When we were in Turkey, the public transit didn't work on Google Maps. They had their own app, and that didn't even work in every single city, so it was so nice having Google Maps tell you public transportation again.
We got off the bus and we're hopping right on the U-Bahn. All right, wow, look at that. The only plan once we get to the hostel here in a minute is to basically go straight to bed. We each have to pay for bed linen. It's €3 a piece.
But if you were going to stay here for a week or so, it's still just the €3. We just have the unfortunate where we're only paying for it for the one night.
Yep. Tomorrow's big plan in this city before we head to the airport is to head to a post office and mail home all of our winter clothes and go to a cell phone store and buy a SIM card so we actually have service. We have our own room?
Yeah.
We have our own room? How did you do that on purpose?
I mean, apparently, yeah, of course.
Good job, honey.
Well, that worked out great.
I'm just so happy. Like, I was really disappointed to see all those kids up there because they were just loud. I'm like, I just want to go to bed.
Traveling with grandma over here.
I'm sorry. This is the one downside to hostels for me personally.
One downside to hostels.
Yeah.
We may have paid €3 for these sheets, but they give us candy. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's worth at least €1.
I got a message from Ezra. I wonder how long it would have taken for you to notice, but I had to tell you. Nathan left his sunglasses in Turkey with our new friend Ezra, so we may get them back someday, but it's gonna be a while.
8 months though, without losing sunglasses. That's pretty good for me.
Yeah, but you also left your big battery on the plane and someone had to flag you down.
Well, we didn't have to tell the camera that, did we?
Yeah, we did. Good morning. We just had breakfast upstairs. It mostly consisted of toast with a bunch of different jams, cereal, and then this like sausage meat paste that you just put on your toast. It was good because it was actually really salty. That's all. We're now going to head to the post office, and then we have to wait for the cell phone shop to open up. After that, we're going straight to the airport because the weather looks awful and we have nowhere else to go. Do we want to take a guess as to how much it will cost to ship stuff home?
I'm thinking $50.
50 euro?
50 euro.
50 euro.
We are getting quite familiar with post offices because we ship our postcards to our patrons. And the funny story is the first time we tried to ship something from abroad, we were in London, and I sent Amber to the post, just the box, just the post box. And she's staring at it, and I'm like, what could be so hard? Put it in the box. She comes back and goes, is it franked or not franked? I did not expect that.
What the heck does franked mean?
Wherever we were sending it, it made it, so we made the right choice.
Yeah.
But to this day, we still joke about it. Is it franked?
I think I just guessed and picked one.
It was not franked.
Yep. Oh, perfect. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, thank you for helping us so much.
To buy the box and ship it home, it was 42 euro. When I went to the post office in Turkey about 2 weeks ago to try to do the same thing, it was going to be $86.
$86.
That was great.
Hope it makes it.
I really do too.
This is a Turkish cafe.
Let's go.
All right. We got 3 sandwiches for the airport because we figured it'd be cheaper here. So for 3 cheese sandwiches, good Turkish cheese, and 2 teas, it was $11.60. Next, we're gonna get a SIM card, and I hope that we can use the same SIM card from here as we do in Italy. If not, then we probably just won't get one. We'll wait till we get to Italy.
We made it inside the cell phone shop, and then the guy told us, come back in a half hour. Well, it was time for us to check out, so we had to run back to the hostel, grab our bags, and now we're finally heading to the cell phone store. Just a reminder, all of our tram rides this morning have already been paid for with our 9 euro ticket that we bought yesterday at the airport. We just left that O2 cell phone shop, and unfortunately they were out of a lot of the data things that we could have purchased, but Yusuf was a Turkish man who owned that shop, and he was just so nice.
Yep. They're just the friendliest people.
They
Very
are.
helpful. They just want to talk to you.
Yeah, we just gave him a card, and so, hello Yusuf, I hope you see this in a few weeks. Alright, turns out O2 doesn't have the service that we need. It'll only work in Italy, and we would like it to work in the next several countries that we're going to. So we're gonna head back upstairs and go to Vodafone. Okay, so where did he send us and why?
Another one.
Alright, I guess that Vodafone doesn't have what we need either. But there's a third cell phone store in this mall. They should have what we need. This is what travel's like. You just talk to people and they're like, no, we can't help you. Go this way. Okay, and then eventually you just get to where you need to be.
Eventually you make it.
No such luck. We're gonna go back downstairs to the very first O2 shop and buy the 3.5 gig that will only work in Italy. Everything that we needed is just sold out. I guess it's very popular, so.
By the way, all of this is so much cheaper than the Google Fi that we were paying for.
You don't have to have your phone set up in the United States before you go on a trip.
Okay, mission accomplished. We went to the O2 store and they told us it would only work in Italy and we'll be there for a week. And we got 3.5 gigabytes for one phone because Amber's phone can hotspot my phone. So we didn't need to have 2 SIM cards when we can use the same data from one phone. We got 3.5 gigabytes for $9.99.
Fun fact, you can get to the airport from this mall. So we're just gonna hop on the same train that we tried to take last night that was delayed. like that, we are back at where we started. We've been sitting here for like the last 2 or 3 hours, and we still have 2 or 3 hours to go before our flight takes off. But I don't think it's been mentioned yet that we're actually going to Cagliari to visit a friend of mine. She was a foreign exchange student my senior year of high school. Her name is Ollie. She's from Rome, but now lives on Sardinia. So that's where we're going to hang out for the week. She says that there's a free concert that we're going to head to, so we're going to go straight from the airport and go to our first concert in years.
Years.
You guys might think we are expert travelers by now. There are 3 airports in Dusseldorf. You think we've been sitting at the right one? No. We are 35 minutes away from the one we need to be at. I think we have time, but we may have to pay a lot to get there. We're an hour away from it. We were so relaxed 10 minutes ago.
Okay. I mean, do you take card? It's 180 euro.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves and say that we will never make this expensive of a mistake again, but we couldn't get Uber to work for some reason, and we, after like 20 minutes of wasted time, we just went out front and grabbed a taxi. Not to make this even more dramatic, but the SIM card that I bought is not working. Neither of us can use our phones to translate or do anything at the moment.
That is not what you want to see when you're late for your flight, when you're still an hour away. This is definitely our biggest travel mistake we've ever made.
In case anyone wonders, in situations like this, do Nathan and I fight? Like, do we get upset with each other? Yes and no. It's really weird. The more stressed out we are, and the more on edge we are, we don't like have it in us to hate each other because we just need to solve our problem. The biggest thing we fight about, not surprisingly, is that I'm willing to pay whatever's necessary to get on this flight and get to Italy, whereas he will waste a few minutes and he will try to find the cheaper option, and that's where we differ. But it's not too bad. I think we still love each other. Props to our taxi driver. There may not be any communication between the 2 of us, but he knows we're in a hurry and he is flooring it. We are exactly a half hour away from this airport still. Our gate closes in 35 minutes. Nathan and I have already talked that I will just get out of this taxi and run in, and I hope he meets me there. But it might just be one of us making it. Who knows? Would you guys mind? Sorry. Our flight's in like 5 minutes. Oh. Sorry. Would you mind? Thank you so much.
What did you say?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, are we good? Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Okay. We made the flight. We spent a lot of money, but we're gonna stop talking about it now because we're heading to Italy. I just think it was really funny. Like, we were obviously rushing into the airport. We jumped out of the taxi. Even he was in a rush. Like, he was really hurrying. By the way, he got up to 200 kilometers per hour, which, yeah, how fast is that? I'll check that later. So we made it. I'm really happy about that.
Ollie, we had some homemade spicy tomato sauce for you, and we paid to have our bags checked and didn't get here in time for that, and they took it, so yeah.
Yeah. Nathan and I are both stuck in the middle seat, so we'll see you there. I have no idea what kind of car Ollie drives. I forgot to ask, so we'll see you in just a second.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Ollie, beautiful Ollie, but she's pronouncing the city that we're staying in, the city we flew into. We pronounce it Cagliari. Now she's gonna pronounce it properly.
Cagliari.
Cagliari.
Cagliari.
So, Cagliari. There you go. so many times.
I'm using a percolator for the first time. I think it's going okay, but it's not done yet. And the stovetop is so clean that I'm afraid to mess up and then I have to clean the whole thing. Our night ended a little abruptly yesterday.
The concert last night was a lot of fun. It was cool to see the locals, like, obviously enjoying the music that they grew up on, but we didn't understand it, so it was just funny to see that.
It was like a college concert, so they had $2 beers, which was awesome, and then we needed some food, so they had hot dogs, and Ollie's friends were like, oh, she brings you here and you eat hot dogs. We're not allowed to eat hot dogs. They put mayo on their hot dogs. I've never seen that anywhere. Ketchup and mayo. Last night was truly one of those nights where we looked at each other and we're like, we have to put into perspective where we are. We're on an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, surrounded by a bunch of local Italians, enjoying a free concert. We felt very fortunate to be where we were with the people that we were with.
Even if we complained and made so many mistakes along the way.
Yes, we can do all the research in the world, and then when you think you got it, you let your guard down, you find out that there's another airport an hour away, and you only have an hour and a half to get there.
Like, we still learn and grow from our own mistakes all the time.
All the time. The day didn't turn out too bad. And there was a part in the concert where I looked at Amber and we were like, we spent so much money today, it's only money, and it's all worth it. So we're here for 7 days. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna make a video here. If not, our next destination is Venice, Italy. We'll see you in Venice.